Hello Taurus, this is Miss Joan of Miss Joan's Tarot on the Hill, and I have the 3 cards in front of me that are showing the Chariot, the Fool, and the 9 of Pentacles. So this bodes well for how last week ended up. We weren't 100% sure which way things went, and yet as I look at these, I'm pretty sure I know how things went. So that's kind of good. I see that there was some movement. Maybe not able to start every little thing in front of you, but you got some financial backing that you were hoping for. So that's good news. Good for you. And I just programmed these cards for you. All right then, so let's go ahead and lay out a few more cards. Let's see where we are at. And boom. All right, so let's just see what we're looking at here. We have the Chariot. The Chariot, of course, is talking about movement. We were talking about how last week we finished with things moving forward regardless of where we were headed. We weren't really sure where we were headed because things were on the move. You had 2 options. One was to be moving into a new job within the group where you were, where they had heard your concerns and offered you more money like you had hoped for, and the other where they said, no, I don't think so. So we have the Chariot, and there's movement. It means that there's a physical location change of you. So either your job has moved because you've chosen a new job entirely, or it's moved because you were going to move locations anyway, right? We had talked about that last week, that there was a change in location. So that's interesting and important to remember that we had a change in location happening anyway. So this is that change in location taking place and being consistent with last week. Very good. The sea turtle has shown up here. Persevere to achieve. We're going to keep on persevering, pushing through. Remember, we pushed through before. The changes are not necessarily everything we wanted, because of course if they're going to offer you more money, they're going to probably ask for more from you. So you're going to have to persevere. You're going to have to push through the hard stuff of being in this new position, whether we like it or not. But of course you always have the choice. You always have a choice, right? So just pay attention to that. You're pushing through something that's interesting, and you will achieve just by persevering. Pushing through, right? The Tower has shown up here. Still could fall apart. Interesting. It's the Vulture. So the Vulture, life, death, and rebirth, a new vision. All the opportunities tied up in one thing, the Tower, right? So this could be a good thing or a bad thing. You've moved to a new location, but it could turn into a total disaster for you. So pay attention, Taurus. If you're not interested in pushing through and you don't want to do it, then you can just bail out, because you can let it all fall to shit, which is totally within your abilities. The Fool is the area where you're blocked. Is in that blockage area, starting something brilliantly new, which is interesting because you've moved to a new location, you've moved on to something else. Whether or not you can really get started is a whole nother deal, right? So the supporting cards for this are the Rabbit, 7 of Pentacles, the Rabbit, power and use of cycles and rhythms. This move may be happening during a time when it's not within your cycle or your rhythm to get going on it, right? It may just not fit in to the cycles and the rhythms that you're dealing with right now. which is super interesting to think that your cycles and rhythms have anything to do with anything when you're at work. The King of Pentacles, the gorilla. The gorilla. Strength, nobility, and generosity, right? Strength, nobility, and generosity in the gorilla. That is, it's really quite a strong person. Your new boss or your old boss has actually been quite kind and quite fair in this move that he's offered you. I've also often seen the rabbit represent a nervous and fidgety, fearful creature, right? Proper use of cycles and rhythms. I really just want you to understand that you're being offered a new beginning by this super cool boss. And while you're not maybe in a position to handle it, there's all this interesting stuff happening. The movement, gateway, falling. That's a lot of stuff going on, right? And here we have financial security up here. This in your solution, we have financial security. So your financial security is happening here. And we have the Nine of Wands right below it, the Gila monster. Maintaining control and beliefs. Maintaining control and beliefs. Okay? So this Gila monster is representing your want to have everything done your way. But if you're not really punching in over here, even though you've got this cool boss who's like, come on, let's go. Let's get this going on here, man. Let's get going. And you're like, hey, it's not time to start. I'm not feeling this whole starting thing. And I don't know whether you showed up to work high, or you showed up to work in a way where you're just not ready to do the gig. The fact is, he's actually like so cool. I'm getting right now that this guy is like, you're like my idiot brother, and I have to like put you under my wing and hold you tight and keep you safe until it's time. Okay? So I'm just gonna set you aside over here. We're gonna work around you for now. I'm gonna make everybody else do stuff, and then when you raise your weary head later on and say, I want it done a certain way, you're like, well, whatever it takes, man. So I feel like you're gonna spend at least half the week fucking off. Okay? You're just not gonna be punching in, and that's an interesting truth. Don't be alarmed by it. Just know it to be true. But by the end of the week, your brain is going to be like, no, wait. Everybody's going to be working around you anyway, because you're moving into a new location, right? You're moving to a new location. The chariot is happening. Everything has to go a certain way, but you punched out. So they've been doing it anyway without your help. Guardianship adventures. You have the Knight of Swords, the Hawk. Guardianship adventures. And this hawk is here to say, hey, guess what? I'm watching out for you. You have somebody, this gorilla is watching out for you and making sure that even though you're acting like the idiot brother, that you are in fact going to be protected in this situation. So you are super lucky, super freaking lucky right now, okay? Get it together, Taurus. Come on. You can just punch in, even if it doesn't seem like it's going quite the way you would want it, or it's not exactly what you were hoping for. You can work it out. You can work this out to your advantage. All right. And I suggest that you punch in and get busy with it, so that you can, in fact, finesse this whole scenario into something that you can truly work within. Okay? Because you can, and this is a possibility. This is time to make some lemonade, buddy. Let's go. let's make lemonade, all right? You've got all kinds of interesting, wonderful things happening around you if you'll just get into it and help out, all right? So, sorry about the tough love, but there you go. It's what you're going to get right here, all right? Go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe, okay? I'm just feeling kind of silly, all right? The timing was a little funky and off for that, but I wanted to make it a joke. Indeed. Stick close, though. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens for you in March. All right? Thank you very much, Taurus. Have a good week.